Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're going to make a shrimp chowder. And this comes from a restaurant that Julie and I used to eat at that is now long gone. And so I just sort of make this from memory. Don't know if it's correct, but it reminds me of the soup that we used to eat there. So let's put it together and see what happens. In this pot I have some chicken stock and some water. It is just coming up to a simmer, and to that I'm going to add the shells from the shrimp. And I'm just going to simmer this while the rest of the dish comes together. Now there's a lot of flavor in the shrimp shells, so we want to get all of that out into the stock to flavor the soup or the chowder. So in this big heavy pot, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil. And this will come up to temperature really quickly because it's induction. And so the first thing we want to do is just fry off these shrimp, give them a little bit of color and get them cooked through most of the way. And that will not take long at all. A little bit of salt while you're doing this would be a good idea as well. And like I said, this does not take long. So as soon as they're pink and they're cooked most of the way through, pull them out. They will get some cooking later on in the process. Now, once you've got all the shrimp out, you might have to put just a touch more oil in the bottom of the pot. And the first thing I'm going to put in is some cumin. And we just want to put that in and toast it just a little bit before the other ingredients go in. And it doesn't take long. Don't let the cumin burn. So next in, I've got some diced onion. I have a little red chili, and I'm just going to put that in whole. And we're also going to put in some paprika and cayenne. So those go in. And at this point, I think we're pretty much ready to go with everything else. So over here I have some potato, some cabbage, and some squash that are diced up. Those go in, and this is when we want to pour in the stock. And you don't want the shells to get in, so just keep those back. Okay, so I think that's all the stock. Set that aside. Next in, I've got some frozen corn. Now at the restaurant, they put in little bits of corn cob, but it's November in Canada. Frozen corn is pretty much the only way to go. So that's going to go in. Now, I'm just going to put a lid on this, and I'm going to let it simmer for probably about 20 minutes just to soften the potato and the squash. A little bit of salt at this point too. Okay, so lid loosely on, 15 minutes, 20 minutes until the potatoes are soft. The potatoes are soft now, so we can finish up the rest of the soup. And to this, I'm going to add some milk. You could probably add cream if you wanted cream or you had cream. I thought I had cream, but I guess I didn't. So I'm going to put in the milk and a little bit of butter just to add that creaminess that I'm not getting from the cream that I don't have. And I'm going to put the peas in. And we also put the shrimp back in. And at this point, we're just heating up the peas and the shrimp. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, friends. That looks pretty good, Glenn.
So it's a shrimp chowder, shrimp soup. We're having shrimp chowder soup.
Not cream soup?
No, well, I thought I had cream in the fridge. Turns out I didn't have any.
Oh, so because there's no cream, you can't call it cream soup, but you can call it chowder?
Chowder. Oh, I think chowder has milk and fish in it. Although it doesn't have to have fish, because I think the hot dog soup that we make is technically a chowder.
Anyway.
I really like that hot dog soup. So here we go. So it's a little bit spicy.
It's got a lot of good stuff in it. Look at us. A lot of root vegetables.
A lot of root vegetables.
Fallish.
Yeah. So not overwhelming with any one flavor.
That's a very pleasant soup.
Yeah. I think adding the cream always brings out more. You can dial back some of the water or stock and dial up the cream on this recipe if you like it really creamy. But for the most part, it's not overpowering in any one direction. It's just warm and inviting.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a lovely little toast, and I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm. Toast.
Toast is always good with soup. Don't you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps you prefer crackers. I'm game either way.
I'm more for toast than crackers.
Everyone-
Although, you know, some sky flakes and I'm in. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.